Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, guys, we got a ton of stuff to talk about, but with that, there is also another massive 2,000 XRP giveaway. And no, guys, it is not fake. No, it is not a joke. We are really giving this away. There's even a separate wallet made exactly for this giveaway alone, which again we'll publish if we give it away. You'll just get all the details. We'll live stream it all and yada yada yada. But if you want to enter, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. If you've done that, you're good. Automatically entered, boom, you're done. Let's get into the video of today though. So first tweet of the day comes from Fire Phoenix. He says, looks like they made a few updates to the article. Now 49 states and removed Ripple from the article. Shh. And basically again, it's what we talked about a little bit earlier. Bank regulators in 48 US states are to unveil a consolidated regulatory framework that will make compliance for cryptocurrency companies simpler. The Conference of State Bank Supervisors, a coordinated body for state regulators, confirmed to Reuters the new regime for money service businesses will introduce the same rules and standards across 48 states. This will streamline compliance, making it easy for MSBs, which again are money service businesses, companies like Coinbase and Ripple, to work across multiple states, instead of going through the time and expense of getting regulated in each and every one. Now that has changed a little bit, and now the new and updated article does not talk about 48 states, but talks about 49. It also talks about supervisory exams and a couple of other different points and things which have changed. As you guys can see, they said, this will streamline compliance, making it easy for state-licensed money transmitters like Coinbase to work across multiple states instead of going to yada yada yada. So the rest is the same. They basically just got rid of the Ripple part in that section and kind of specifying it. Instead of saying companies like Coinbase and Ripple, they specified it to state-licensed money transmitters. Yeah. They also got rid of the SMB though, or MSB though. Yeah. I don't know. Bordeaux here has a very good point. He says, maybe Ripple PR asked for it. Most likely. And that's one point I could make right here. That it's not as bad as some people say. Right? Sometimes people say this is because Ripple, is not allowing, it doesn't engulf Ripple anymore. It's not about Ripple, things like that. But no. We really could be seeing it the exact opposite way, where it's too positive. And Ripple does not want to let go of information like this, or Ripple does not want to be associated with companies like this, right? Or maybe they don't want to be associated in this setting and things like that. Maybe the Ripple PR team was like, all right, this ain't going to happen and things like that. It's a good freaking catch. Very keen eye needed to see these changes, but that's where you have some crazy ass community. Again, gonna give him a follow. Definitely think it's worth it because this is a crazy find, must admit. Gonna even retweet it. XRP Owl, a very important figure in the XRP space, has said on Twitter, I'm not of the opinion XRP will be anywhere near $1,000 in the next few years. I wouldn't be surprised though. We've seen the relationships Ripple has developed and the problem XRP solves. If XRP goes crazy high dollar, I'll be happy, and unfortunately, unavailable for comment. Which is something I agree with here, and something we've talked about very often on the channel, and very often when I go over these tweets. And that is a recurring subject of staying away from Twitter if you have, a huge amount of money. And even though I'm not as much of that opinion as a lot of you guys I've seen, I guess I would have my boundaries somewhere. So I don't really think I would still be on Twitter daily like I am right now if I would have 100 million in the bank. Honest. All right, just thinking about it here. I think, however, that I would draw my line at about $30 million or something like that, though. again, in real net worth before I would maybe start doing completely different things. Because as I've said before, it's not crypto really what I earn most in. It's really Instagram, and it earns really well. I've explained it to multiple people, and I really want to teach a lot of you guys it as well by making a YouTube channel for it. I'm also thinking about maybe adding I don't really want to, but I'm thinking about adding a course as well, just for showing the really dedicated people to make some money online. Because again, guys, the numbers I'm doing, and actually I should say we doing, because I have a little bit of a team, right, are insane. And that's why I tell people to keep hustling, keep doing some side stuffs here and there, maybe get into crypto trading, maybe get into things like that, because just by investing in crypto alone is going to get you somewhere, but it's a slower process and it's not really reliable because you're really seeing your money grow and go down, if you guys get me. It's not like just stacking, which is something that I really want people to do, or just building something that's sustainable or either tangible. I mean, I'm not the most tangible investor because I don't really like property in that sense. I like things that are social and things that can rapidly grow. But yeah, I would just recommend people to look a little bit further than the nose is long. If that's even a saying in English, I don't think so. But hopefully you guys get me. About the $1,000 prize prediction, well, I'm also going to say there, I don't think $1,000 or $10,000 is going to happen really soon here. However, if it does happen, it's not like I would be very surprised either. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Would I be really amazed if it did happen? Oh, a little bit, but I would have kind of been prepared for it, if you guys get me. Amazed in the sense of, you'd be like, wow, really did happen. Wow. Like, you guys get me right there? Like, wow, oh my God. Damn, we really did it. But then again, I would not be like, oh, I never thought this would be possible. I'm that kind of amazed. You guys get me. Bubba Cugs just posted on Twitter, XRP moon date is here. It has always been here. People are confused on the moon. They forget the stars. This goes on and goes on. All right. Ripple's Senior Vice President of Customer Success, Marcus Treacher, said RippleNet and ISO standardization are about to transform cross-border payments, and more XRP-powered ODL corridors are going to launch in the APAC and EMEA regions by the end of 2020. Ripple Head of Global Operations, Emi Yoshikawa, I thought, why is the Twitter handle WNG? Interview about PayID. Quote, PayID org is a payment method that encompasses crypto and existing finance. Ripple expects PayID to serve a standard protocol for interoperability between fiat and blockchain, and more in the article right there, which is in Korean. I thought at first it would be Japanese, right? But the characters are Korean, which is a little bit odd then. Because Emi Yoshikawa, I think, yeah, she has Japanese everywhere. Whatever. U.S. lawmakers set to vote on 2 blockchain and crypto proposals. The Consumer Safety Technology Act now incorporates the Digital Taxonomy Act and Blockchain Innovation Act and is set to be debated in the House of Representatives. This was a very groundbreaking article. I think that it got a lot of views and a lot of looks, and people really got excited for it. Because again, this is the type of stuff that really is going to change everything when it comes to global crypto adoption. And global, I must say it's more national within the US, but since that's the biggest market right now, that's all we can relate it to global. And as I've said before, even though a lot of this only encompasses, mostly just Bitcoin, it's going to say crypto and blockchain, but it's mostly Bitcoin on first glance, it will always still talk about Ripple in the end as well. With Ripple, of course, I mean XRP right there. Why? Again, for the 1000th time, people will buy into Bitcoin first because they're more familiar with that, it's the one they know. And then eventually they'll start to want to diversify to more crypto that maybe are more useful or have more longevity. They'll go for something like XRP. Ripple is hiring a senior information security engineer. Ripple is growing rapidly, so they're looking for a senior security engineer to scale up their security team and who will also be a strategic thinker and bring new technologies to meet the business needs. Pretty cool. Ripple's actually adding a ton of jobs. I think that's only just positive, right? They're just expanding piece by piece. And by the way, Crypto Wolf, you're doing a lot. Look at how many things I opened from him. I just went to check the DM. He sent me a ton of articles, so I thought I should give him a little bit of a shout out and open a couple of the articles that he sent. Of course, this is not his writing. It's just articles plucked from the internet being retweeted, so it's not, that crazy, but it's still cool that he has gathered it all together and keeps reposting these articles that are cool to read. Thailand's central bank successfully launched a blockchain-enabled platform for the issuance and sale of government-saving bonds. The new blockchain-enabled bond infrastructure recently passed a trial test with $1.6 billion bond sale. Cool! Not gonna lie, this is pretty damn cool as well. Thailand, I didn't really think they would be so forward with all of this stuff. Whenever I talk about Thailand, I really don't associate them with, being one of the first in crypto that much, or at least being that forward going with blockchain. I really didn't expect them to be that way, but they are. The Financial Action Task Force, FATF, has recommended to regulators that they should profile crypto users to identify possible criminal activity. Regulators might also look at users who exchange crypto assets like Ethereum and Bitcoin for privacy coins. And this one is just, again, a little bit of a scare to people. It's like, if you're doing anything sketchy, they'll come after you. They'll start to monitor you. They'll start to look for you because they want to, they want to watch everything. They want to know it all. And this, again, not really appealing if you're doing everything legit. If you aren't, again, watch your back. That's all I can say. Not financial advice, whatever. A publicly traded company called MicroStrategy told the SEC it increases its holdings $250 million worth. And the board formally recognized BTC as MicroStrategy's primary treasury reserve asset on an ongoing basis. Nigeria SEC regulators will register and approve all crypto assets, treating utility tokens and crypto as commodities. So, same like Thailand, as I just said, Nigeria here being one of the pioneers in their sort. Really big shout out to Nigeria here for doing this. Nigerian regulators recognized crypto assets and said they would be classified into 4 different categories for regulatory oversight. Damn. However, as Sam says, Nigeria rules. Have you been there? This can be viewed 2 ways. Right? From one point, it's like Nigeria rules because they rule on everything they do and they're pretty cool. On the contrary, it's like Nigerian rules. The rules they have. Have you been there? Because if you've ever been to Nigeria, you know that rules and enforcement, they're 2 different things. If you guys get me, there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of things that should not be allowed to happen, and a lot of interesting activity. Interesting behavior, if you guys know what I mean. There's a lot of interesting stuff right there. So from that perspective, like, rules don't really matter. But from another angle, like, their real position in how they, are and what they have allowed, I think it's pretty damn straightforward, pretty damn cool. CNBC Fast Money host Jim Cramer getting into crypto in the podcast with A. Pompliano. Japan elected Yoshihide Suga to succeed Shinzo Abe as prime minister. During his time as chief cabinet secretary in 2014, Suga described Bitcoin as a commodity rather than a currency. Suga supported taxing crypto before becoming prime minister, and I don't know how I'm liking that. I actually think, realistically speaking here, it should be more of a currency, because being a commodity, you got to pay a lot more tax than if it were to be a currency, right? So that's not really good. However, we'll see more about that soon. Deputy Governor of China's central bank said no one in the country can refuse to accept the new digital currency because the digital renminbi is legally compensatory to China's fiat currency. And by the way, you guys, if you're wondering why I'm a little bit twitchy here, it is so freaking hot that first of all, the laptop is overheating, so I have to pick it up every time to make sure enough air flows in. And second of all, my body here is overheating, which is why I have to, twitch a little bit to make sure I have enough airflow so I don't fall down. Because in a second here, I'm going to sweat I don't want to curse in the videos. Yeah, this again is another interesting insight. I think this has a lot to do with the big US-China Cold War that's going around, where China wants to make sure that their new CBDC gets adopted as soon as possible by the whole country, but making sure nobody can decline it because it's equivalent to some normal yuan. They're making sure that really everybody can or may have to start using it, as maybe the government over there is just going to be making things mandatory as well in that payment currency, since again you can't really decide anymore if they don't want you, right? If they don't want you to decide, which is interesting. And China's currency hits 60-month high on retail spending boost. The US dollar just keeps getting weaker, and here's China suddenly making moves with not only their fiat currency but also with their upcoming digital currency. Again, they're looking to kind of win this war as of this point until the US goes for some crazy plans in terms of crypto. I think China has this one in the back pocket, but again, we'll see. I can't judge yet because everything can turn around and we don't know what phase of the big crash we're in. Are we in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2009 territory of the big crash? I don't know. And that will also determine exactly what these currencies are going to be doing. However, there is a good chance that China is going to be our new world currency, the Chinese yuan, and that everything's going to be flowing up, as that is not really anymore an emerging market, but really maybe the most established one soon. We've seen this coming for the last 10 years, but maybe it's finally closer than ever before. And I'm not really prepared for it, but I'm not going to be confused if something like that does happen. But again, would not be the best and most profitable option, but I'm thinking about it. Guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'm sweating as can be, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.